Hello, this is Jerry Wilson. I'm going to be reviewing cardiac electrical conductance, or electrical conductance through the heart. I'm also going to touch on the EKG scan, as well as blood flow through the heart. So, the impulse begins with the SA node. This can be seen on a EKG scan as a P wave, and it represents atrial depolarization, which is coupled with atrial contraction. From here, the impulse travels to the AV node, or the atrioventricular node. From there, it goes to the bundle of His, which travels down the center of the ventricles of the heart, making its way down to the apex of the heart, and then traveling up Purkinje fibers throughout the walls of the ventricles of the heart. So, looking back at our EKG scan, atrial depolarization, represented by the P wave, happens here at step 1, then represented here by steps 2 and 3. You've got ventricular depolarization, which is represented by the QRS complex on the EKG scan. That also includes step 4, which finishes ventricular depolarization. Ventricular depolarization is coupled with ventricular contraction. Finally, we've got the T wave, which represents ventricular repolarization. And if you're curious, atrial repolarization happens somewhere during this QRS complex, but is not represented here. So, to review, you've got the P wave, atrial contraction / depolarization, QRS complex, ventricular depolarization and contraction, T wave, ventricular repolarization. Now looking at blood flow and coupling it along with this electrical conductance, during step 1, or atrial depolarization, the atria contract. Blood from the left atria, or atrium, travels to the left ventricle. Blood from the right atrium travels to the right ventricle. Now, steps 2 through 4, represented by the QRS complex and ventricular depolarization, ventricular contraction. When the ventricles contract, blood from the left ventricle travels to the body through the aorta. Blood from the right ventricle travels to the lungs via the pulmonary arteries. I hope this was a thorough review of cardiac electrical conductance. Have a great day.